How's the team? Welcome to another Friday Fly Day. Today we're going to be doing one of my favourite little flies. You may know it as the pole position. I'll just call it a flashy pheasant tail. I'm going to do it in a size 12 with we actually got a 3.3mm red bead on here and a size 12 Camazan B110 grubber hook. Essentially it's a red bead pheasant tail, scud back, a little bit of flash. Great little fly to have in your box, and definitely fish love them. So we'll get started on how to tie this, eh?
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel?
Grab your favourite, generally black thread, nano silk or uni thread or something small. I'm just going to start by wrapping that in there. We'll wrap this back to about the barb of our hook, or where one would be if you're using a barbless. Grab a nice chunk of pheasant tail and pop that in there for the tail, just as long as you like to have it. I like a bit of length, so there we go. Just chuck a couple of wraps around there. You can either tie your copper wire in first before doing that part, or after. I'm just whatever I remember on the day. I'm more than happy to put it in after. Just chuck it in there and wrap back forward. Wire's good to go. I'm just going to take forward wraps with our pheasant tail up towards the bead end, obviously. And once we get about probably 3/4 of the way, we're going to wrap our thread around that pheasant tail and we're going to lock that in there at the front. Alright, trim away this excess. Boom. We're going to take our copper wire and wrap that over as well to lock all that pheasant tail in place and give it a bit of a rib. Once we get up to the front there, do our little wraps around the thread, tighten that in. Good to go. Trim off our waste copper wire. Alright. Now you want to grab yourself a bit of, I think it's 2mm black scud back, and we're just going to lay that in the top there, facing backwards, and tie that in. Just wrap that in there a bit. And back to sort of about how big you want your thorax, which I'm about there. And make sure that's tied in well. Alright, so now we've got that back, body's on there, tail's on there, scuddy's there. Now, next fun bit, grab ourselves another piece of pheasant tail, about maybe 8 strands or so. Once again, pull them 90 off the pheasant. Once again, pull them 90 off the stem, pluck them out. Now these ones we're going to face forward. I generally like maybe the length of the bead to the tail, roughly. but you'll experiment and you'll work it out how you like them. And then I'm just going to tie those in there, straight on top facing forward. Alright, and tie that back into the back. Bloody good. Trim off our excess again. Now, you want a bit of pearl midge flash or similar. I'll show you the packet. Yeah, and midge, nice and small. And we're going to grab a piece of that and fold it 3 times over the same size of a piece, about maybe 2/3 of an inch or 1/2 an inch. It'll be heaps. So you got like that, and it's actually 3 strands there. Okay, and we're just going to lap that in the top there. Doesn't need to be that long. We're going to trim them though. I'm just going to tie that in. This is where this fly gets a bit fiddly. Tie it in so it's got like 2 little butterfly bunny loops. Once that's in and you're happy, grab your scissors and just trim them down to about maybe 2/3 of a centimetre. Just so you got little, they just sit little spiky wings out there. Now we grab a couple of peacock heels, and this is just how I tie them. It's probably not exactly how they're actually tied, this fly, but this is how I tie them, and they work, and I've been tying them like this for years. Grab 2 peacock heel strands, and just that top sort of 3/4 of an inch, break that off, throw it in the bin. It's the very weak part of the pearl, and you don't want that bit. I'm going to tie that, lock that in behind the bead there. A couple of wraps will do it. And then we're going to wrap this herl around our midge flash and just make a little nice little belly for the fly, and just wrap it up to the bead, as many as you'd like to fill it out, and then a couple of wraps around the back and lock that in. Cool. Hopefully we're all following. Now grab our scud back and just get your nail and just push it into your front forward facing pheasant tail there, and just push them back. As you push them back, just wiggle side to side, and you'll be able to separate into 2 even amounts poking out each side of the fly. And grab our scud back, pull it over the centre, make sure your spikes are pointing out each side. And then we're just going to lock that scuddy in behind the bead ever so nicely. Don't pull down too tight on it with your thin thread, because you'll cut it. A couple in front, a couple in back. Cool. So now you should have something like this going on. So you've got your little wing case with little bits of midge flash in there, peacock heel belly, and scuddy on top. Now from there, you can grab a tiny bit of like dub or anything like that, or you don't even have to. You can just lock it off there. But I just like to I just grab a little bit of fox squirrel or peacock dub or hare's ear, whatever you like. Just something to wrap over top of that scud back, just to help protect it. It's just a little wrap around there. Doesn't even need to be that much. I'll probably put too much. And then just pull your scuddy up, trim it. It should leave you a nice little head there like so. Then from there, a couple of wraps around the front, and we're just going to whip finish that off. Boom. Trim away the excess. And there we have it. We Scud back poley. Great little fly to have in your box. They are a little finicky to tie, but they are absolute magic. So if you ever wanted to know how to tie those, now you know. Make sure you subscribe, eh? Give us a like, give us a follow. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and all that. YouTube. And if you need a guide in the Waikato King Country area, hit me up. Thanks for watching another Friday Fly Day, and we will catch you on the next one. Cheers.